Good morning, Pisces. Good morning. I hope you guys had a good night's sleep. I hope you woke up today feeling happy, safe, and peaceful. Thank you to everyone that has liked, commented, subscribed, and gave donations. Happy Friday. All right, I am in Boston, Massachusetts. It's a beautiful city here. Very beautiful, very clean. I'm from New York, and I lived in Philadelphia. So much cleaner, but okay. I came here for the Coldplay concert. All right, let's begin. Spirit, angels, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me with this message today for my beautiful Pisces people. My Piscianos, what messages do we have for Pisces? We got instinct. Trust and follow your instincts. There's no need to talk it over or get another opinion. You know. Sorry. You know. Oh, yeah. All right, hold on. Have you ever talked to another person about a feeling or an instinct that you have, and then, they kind of do not confirm it, or they say something completely different, and you're just like, but that went against every natural ability that I have. It's like, that's what I'm feeling here. Like, you don't need to confirm with anybody because they don't have the answer for you. They don't have it. Some of them may be purposely trying to hide that you already know, about a situation. Maybe they have some other purpose, maybe, or motives, right? Like they have another motive for that. So they don't want you to get too close to the truth. Oh, why did Pisces just say that? No, Pisces, it's something different. And it's like, you see, I love that wolf right there. It's like you can smell the fear. You can smell it off of people when, you're on to them, or you're on to a situation, and how they move and how they say things and how they act and how they look at you, and you're on. It's a very primal feeling. Like, you can sniff it out. You can smell the fear. You can smell the I don't know, there's a lot here, but you can just smell it. Whatever you're sensing is right on, Pisces. So there's something here about you don't need to hash it out with other people. Keep it to yourself. Know that you're on the right track. You don't need other people's confirmations. And then again, some of you might get people who'll be like, I was thinking the same exact thing. And that's great. Those are great. But even then, it's like, you're trusting your instincts on why they feel that way with you too. Like, there's so much there with the instincts. So trust and follow your instincts. There's no need to think it over or get another opinion. You know how they also say it's like it's that first thought that you had? It's the first one. Because what happens is your mind then starts calculating and thinking too much. No, it's the natural instinct that you first felt. The overthinking is what's going to take you out of alignment or not make you go into the right direction. But you guys are there. The fact that came out, it's like, you're not wrong about a situation. You felt something. You smelled something in the air. But let's go deeper and see what else. Spirit, tell me more. Knight of Cups, Justice, and the Eight of Wands. You're really on to somebody. You're really on to them. Like, you got arrows. When I see this person here, I see a person who has ammunition. Like, you have maybe like some forms of backup, receipts, documents, dates, times. Like, It's like you documented it all. Like they're like you ran off of instinct, right? It's like when a detective has a clue, like, like I got a gut feeling about this. And then the detective starts taking, these, what do you call them? They're to another person, they may seem like, oh, that's kind of drastic, or what made you conclude to that? And it's like, I don't know, I just got this instinct. So let me just follow this instinct of mine. And it pans out, because then you start going through things and you start like piecing it all together, and you're like, now I got actual receipts for that instinct that I was having. Good or bad, Pisces. It doesn't have to always be bad, but like the receipts are here, and now they're ammunition, Pisces. It feels like now it's almost like, try to express this. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, there's a lot here. Give me a second. Things were buried, right? It was like buried. This is how it is. Like you couldn't see that if that eventually these pentacles were going to grow for you. They were going to come out for you. You couldn't see it, Pisces, but you knew it was there. Sometimes you got frustrated, but you kept your head about it, and you knew it was only a matter of time before whatever your instincts were going to pan out. It was going to grow for you. So let me try to really push this feeling out, because I think you need this. When someone makes you feel like you're crazy, and you're like, oh, I'm like, because you had an instinct, they're like, no, your instinct is wrong, and then it's like you feel like, not here, but you feel like you're crazy, right? And you're just like, but I felt what I felt, like I saw what I saw, and I know what I know, but you didn't have the actual ammunition or the receipts, right? Or the backup too. But then all of a sudden you get it. You get this backup or this reinforcement, and you get it. And you sit there like, aha, now I feel more stable, more calm in this place of chaos right now. Why is it in a place of chaos, Pisces? Because the justice has not been served yet. This isn't the challenge. The justice has not been served yet. But like, if you do the time, if you do the crime, you got to do the time, So that's the feeling. Like, you're like, wait a minute, why is this, why didn't this person go to jail? Or why didn't this person get any, is it retribution? No. Why didn't they, yeah, maybe something like that. But why didn't they get the proper sentence for their crime? Like, that's how I'm getting this. So, but you're not worried. Here's the thing, you're not worried at all. Because things are unfolding. Your hunch, your instinct, your sense of direction, your hound dog was very accurate, and it's panning out. So I don't know if you made somebody look a certain way or look at that direction. I want you to pay attention to something. And it started happening, and you started getting all these like facts, I guess, or concrete evidence in some ways, something like that. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And so it all started from an instinct. I have a hunch, I have a feeling. And I felt in the beginning where people were trying to throw you off, and also people were undermining in some way your feeling. But you're sitting comfortably. You're in this energy right now where you're like, I was right. And I feel good about it. I followed a hunch. I followed a lead. I smelled something. I keep feeling like the blood in the water, and you become like a shark, like you know what I mean? Like, there's blood in the water, and you're like, and it pans out for you. It definitely pans out for you. But I think the biggest thing, it makes you feel like I can trust my instincts. I don't need other people's approval for what I feel or what I think. Isn't that the greatest feeling of it all, Pisces, when you know that everyone's voice is just noise to what you know and what you feel? I love it. All right, let's pull a few more. You can't see anything, can you? All right, we got the Six of Cups. Judgment. Son of a bitch. I love it. And the Death card. This is, I will end you. Like, and listen, it doesn't have to be like, somebody that's done you wrong, even though I did feel that. But here's the thing. It's like, there's no coming back from this. It's like, this is like the climax, like it was what is that, what that called, when you the foreplay, right? Like there was a lot of foreplay to the climax. And the climax here is, and then the foreplay, it was frustrating. Seven of Pentacles there. Like I felt it. It was like, it was a little frustrating. Like, when is it going to come, or when is it going to happen, or like, why, is this still not a sealed deal with all this proof and evidence? And then there's this climax that happens here, and it's over. It's done. So you know how it feels like to me also, Pisces? Like if you guys are going to school, or you're training for a job, and you hit that, you've been waiting and waiting, you hit that. I don't know, there's a lot of sexual references here, so I don't know what that's about, but that's, yeah, I feel it in your guys' energies right now too, so whatever, enjoy. But anyway, so it's like when you build a case. Let me do build a case. Like when you build a case, right? And you build a case and you build a case, and then finally it's the last arrow that seals the fate of the deal. It's like the right time for everything to kind of come out. But let me see. And then that's done. It's over. Hold on. There's something here. There's no more response. There's no more maybe gaslighting a little bit, or I just felt a shame. I felt insecurity. There's nowhere else to hide. After that last arrow, after these messages hit this person, it's like there's nothing else you can do. It's like you went off this instinct here, and it really, you didn't even realize what doors this was going to lead you, like this was going to lead into. Pisces, whatever this is that you're on, this hunch, trust yourself. Because I feel you one day sitting in a place where it was bigger than you could have even imagined. Like, okay, example would be like, let's just say it's law, because I do have justice here, and, you take someone to court, and then next thing you know, you find out that they had all these other issues behind the scenes. Or even if somebody else does, I don't know. But either way, there was so many other issues behind the scenes. And you stuck to that instinct. You were the one that said it first. Like, this person's fucked up. There's a problem with this person. And then you're like, no, everyone's no, or something like that. And then, it happens, and it opens like this Pandora's box of, you have no idea what was going on behind the scenes. Like that's an example. It's not to say whoever your person is, this is what's happening. No, it's to say that you had an instinct and you had a hunch. And again, it could be something wonderful in your life. Like maybe it's a new business idea and you have a hunch about it and you take it into that direction, and you build, you slowly grow, right? You slowly learn, you slowly take receipts, or because you're learning from mistakes. I am feeling that, like piecing things together, and you're learning from this. And next thing you know, it's like, oh, you thought this was going to be $1 million business, and it turned out to be $1 billion business. That's what I'm talking about. It starts with an instinct, a primal. You smell something is in need, or you just have a hunch, a series. You don't know where you're getting it from, but you just have a feeling. Look at this Justice with this Judgment here. Do you see that? Let's take a look at that. I have to look at it too. I'm not used to this angle. All right. I want to say the right thing. It's an energy that you start feeling, but it's like you need the words for them. To me, this feels like finally being exposed. Finally hearing. This is for you, Pisces. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, vindication. Validated. Because people try to suppress your feelings, or your instinct, or your hunches, or what you knew. And it's like ultimate validation, vindication. Those are the words. Stay with your hunch, Pisces. Don't let anybody. And pray on it. You know, that's the best way I could tell you. Pray on it. You sit with it. You feel it out. Don't overthink it. Because that's what it said here. It said, trust and follow your instincts. There's no need to think it over or get another opinion. You'll know. You'll just know. You know how it feels like, too? It feels like your body won't let you. Okay, let's just say, like, you have a hunch about a person, and this person could be, like, you know, something wrong with them, but your body, and you just like, you know what, but, you know, I don't know why I feel this way, but I'm going to keep talking to them anyway, and you find yourself not. You find yourself like, no. Like, it's almost like that's what happens to you. It takes over. You know, it's like, you know, the wolves, you know, and the was it like dogs and stuff, like once they have a feeling about you, they don't really let go of that feeling. They don't really like trust you like that. But it doesn't just have to be about trust. I don't want people to think this is about a negative relationship. It's deeper than that. It's about everything in life. You know, the crows, that's coming to my mind, crows, Pisces, crows sometimes, I heard, well, I don't know, I was reading up about them because I'm seeing them everywhere. And the crows have a long memory, very long memory. And if you do something to one crow, the generations of crows that come after remember, good or bad. So I remember talking it over with someone. They were like, maybe you have all these crows in your yard because you did something, or someone in your lineage did something good for a crow, or you did, you, and then that's why, and they did, they all came. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like they all came, and their memory, and this is interesting because I do have the memories here. Six of Cups, their memory is very long, so it's like, I'll get there, hold on guys. It's like, their memory is so long, so they remember, they'll always remember that you fed them or you helped them in some way. So you just know, they just know that you're someone familiar to them, or someone that it's like an instinctual thing. You may feel that with a person, they may feel that with you. Like there's no rhyme or reason, but why am I seeking this person? Why am I trying to talk to this person? Why am I trying to be around them? There's a very instinctual here. Like, there's no rhyme or reason why I should be believing you or talking to you, but I do. Because there's a long history, there's a long memory there for some reason. I don't know. There's a lot of things are going to be done off of instincts these days, Pisces. No more talking it over, no more hashing it out, and it's all instincts. What do you feel? Do you smell someone and you smell, oh my God, I'm going to say it, the P word. It was a movie and I saw it in my mind. The P word, meaning, there's someone that you don't want to be around, I guess, or somebody that has fear, because I did feel that in the very beginning, someone that has some type of fear on them, fear of getting caught or fear of being found out or something like that. But yeah, it's like your instincts, like smelling, tasting, that's what you go by. Hearing, seeing, no, yes, your natural, the senses, the six senses, Pisces. It's no more like thinking it and overthinking it, because you're going to think your way out of what the original thought was, the original instinctual thing. So this comes with people and jobs and everything, Pisces. I hope that made sense. But anyway, I got the King of Cups and the Six of Cups here. Like, this is the energy where you are going to start remembering that you knew, like you're going to go back into your mind and you're going to start remembering all the times that it was the first initial thought that you had. Even when I read tarot, just so you know, it's like I notice that it's always the first feeling, the most subtle, slight feeling. That's the one. Because you don't want to go too deep into it and then you talk your way out of it. So that's what I'm getting here. So you're going to trust a lot more that first thought, because you're going to think about, that was crazy because that was my first thought. That's exactly the direction I wanted to go. That's the one I wanted to pick, or that's the thing I wanted to do. And here I am again, meeting it in the face again, seeing it face to face again. All right, what is the advice? I don't know if that made any sense. The Hanged Man and the Six of Swords. There's something here about not everything needed to be said or done. Not everything needed to be said or done. Because this is the energy of like holding back, standing back, observing. And then this is the energy of going to a more peaceful type of environment. So I feel you guys like more so observing something from a distance. You're watching something from a distance, meaning you're not there, but you're seeing everything. You're watching everything as it unfolds. You're collecting a lot of information this way, but you're from a distance. You're not even in, like, let's say it's the courtroom, right? You're not there, but you're picking up a lot. This is like a not remote viewing. It's more like, it could be for some of you, but it's more like learning something secondhand. Or seeing how it affected someone else and learning from that. That's what I'm getting. It's like a person that's really smart that doesn't learn, that learns from other people's mistakes and then says, no, I'm not going to do that because I already saw what happened to that person. That type of feeling. I don't know if it makes sense. All right, let's do career and money. I don't have those cards, but we're going to pull a few of these. Queen of Cups. Oh, you got the King and the Queen. King of Wands. And the Strength card. Okay. All right, fine. Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. It's like a gossipy, no, hold on, with the work. But that's like a gossipy energy, Three of Cups. It's also a card of celebration too, so it could go either way. Like the things, I felt this energy of a celebration or big celebration happening. But if this has something to do with gossip, Pisces, it's like, just remember that people that gossip, they do it because they are very intimidated by you, and they're trying to make sure that nobody else finds you that appealing, because it would mortify them, because they don't want people to see you that way, and it's just so, it's like you're the topic of conversation, because they don't, when people talk about themselves, they don't get as much attention from it. Like nobody wants to hear what's going on in their life, but they do like the good gossip about the interesting, strange person, mysterious person that they don't know a lot about. So, and they don't want anybody to view you as mysterious, and they want them to view you as, not that appealing or not that attracting or not this and that, So just remember that it's fear. It's very fearful, and it's very sad to see a person that needs to make up things about another human being in order to change other people's minds or opinions about you so that they don't find you that appealing, okay? So just remember that if that is about gossip. Well, let me do career and money. Queen of Cups, King of Wands, and the Strength card. You know what's doing really good for you at work right now is your calm demeanor. Your calm demeanor. Now you got King of Cups and the Queen of Cups to start it off. So it's like, you're being masculine and feminine, but still very calm. Like I feel both of that inside of you. It's like I can get the job done, but I can also be nurturing in this position as well. I can also be a very loving person is what I'm getting. You may also, because there's three people here, like even with the Knight of Wands, there may be another person that's very attracted to you. You may be attracted to another person, but overall, Pisces, I just see that it's very appealing. That's what the King of Wands is saying. It's very attracting. Your strength, your masculine and your feminine side in getting a job done is showing people how powerful it is to be a person that can do it all. It's like you're not just a person who cooks and cleans, but you also make money. You're not a person who is too authoritative and in control, but you're also a very nurturing, loving person that gives people, makes people feel loved and nurtured and calmer, So it's like you provide that all. Like a person can see you and see that you are a little bit of everything in work. You can be strong, but you can also be loving at the same time. They appreciate that. They respect you for that. They want to respect you for that. I think it's the kindness, and also that you get what you want. And they also see that other people are attracted to you too. That's also a motivator for others. Like, okay, a lot of people are attracted to this person, so am I. I didn't bring my Oshos either, so I can't close it off. You know what? Let's close it off with one of these. I did bring these for whatever random reason. Oh, not these. I'm sorry. Let's do this. This is the Lucky Sevens. I didn't bring my Oshos. I think I used my Oshos in almost every video. I don't remember. Love. Hold on, let me pull that one. Jealousy and peace. We got love, jealousy, and peace. See what I was saying? That was confirmation in the gossip that I was feeling, in the making stuff up about you so that you wouldn't come off as so appealing. It's an intimidation. They're very intimidated, and they don't want other people to see how special you are. That would destroy them. If that person saw how special you were, they would just feel like, shit, Pisces. So they need to make stuff up about you. She's not that appealing. He's not that appealing. See? Hold on. I feel like someone's love for you makes somebody very jealous. And then I have this peace here. I think you guys are happy about it. I think it brings you a sense of peace in some way, that someone loves you and someone's very jealous about it. It brings you peace. It's like maybe that's what you deserve. Maybe it makes you feel like, well, this person really does love me if they're willing to let somebody else sit there, be jealous, and be upset. I don't know. I have no idea what we're talking about. Hopefully it makes sense to you guys. Maybe it was something that you were trying to tell your person about another person, and it comes to light and it brings you a sense of peace. I don't know. Either way, I see you being very trusting of your instincts, because wherever you let it, whatever you sniffed out, you got a lot of receipts for, Pisces, and it brings you a lot, like it's some type of exposure with you and with this other person. Like you get this vindication, and this other person also gets what they deserve, is what I heard, Pisces. What they deserve. All right, Pisces, I hope you like the reading. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.